Alrighty, guys, and I just realized I almost bashed my freaking head on the shelf back here, but let me straighten up a little bit here. There we go. Happy Sunday. Happy December 1st, by the way. Today's the first day of the new month. I hope you're all crushing it out there. I hope you had a great November and have an even better December. So, guys, listen, we have to go over 5 companies, all of which are reporting earnings this week. We have to break down the estimates, charts, what I'm looking to do. You guys know the drill, but first, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe and get your free stocks for Moomoo. The deal from last month is over. You can't get $30 free in cash anymore, but you can still get some free stocks. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100 and you get 5 free stocks. Deposit at least $1,000, you get 10 more free stocks, and overall, your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, the deal, it might not be as good as last month, but it's still pretty juicy. So use that link down below or go to stasurefest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get into it, man. So we are heading into this week as the stock market had a very good Friday. After we had a very good Friday, after the S&P hit an all-time high on Friday, and I think the Dow might have as well. Let me double check. Yeah, it did at over 45,000 points. So mind you, we're heading into this week at all-time highs on the Dow, which the Dow does look a little overbought here on the 4-hour chart. Let's be honest, right? The Russell, although it didn't hit all-time highs on Friday, it's actually a bit overbought as well, arguably. Currently trading at 2430. If I zoom in a bit on the Russell here, we are above the highs from earlier in November, so we're holding that spot as support. We'll see if we bounce off that level this week. And on SPY, going back to SPY, this, like I said, hit an all-time high on Friday. We have the triangle playing out, which is bullish. So maybe this breakout has more legs to it potentially here on SPY. And QQQ heading into this week, guys, we're looking interesting as well. My alert's at 510, which was the high from all week last week. If that breaks, guys, 510, we start pushing. I think we're going to go all-time highs from there on QQQ, which we're not too far away, about $6, $7 away from all-time highs as of right now. So that's a quick rundown, very brief update here on the indexes, kind of how we're looking here heading into this brand new week. So guys, let's talk about now the 5 companies reporting earnings that you need to watch. And yes, earnings season for the most part is wrapping up slowly, but these are still companies very much worth watching. Number 1 is Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM. This company is reporting earnings, I believe, on Wednesday. No, actually Tuesday, the 3rd of December. After the bell, we're getting CRM's earnings. They're looking to do EPS of $2.45 versus $2.11 from last year on revenue of $9.35 billion versus $8.72 billion from last year, up around 7% year over year. Not too bad for CRM. And look, the chart looks interesting. And you guys might remember two quarters ago, they reported the stock collapsed. I mean, all the way down at 212. And now, obviously, we've regained all of that loss and some. Even last time they reported earnings, the stock fell. So now we're falling into earnings. We got a double top at about 348, 350. Now we're down to about 330. We're selling down to the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart here. So this is something you guys got to watch. What is CRM going to do in this window right here? That's the $1 million question. Ultimately, I think if they report good numbers, strong guidance, we might get some buying pressure around $310, $320 per share. But mind you, Then again, to play devil's advocate, we are up around 35% off the lows from the middle of September. So it's like, are we overbought? Are we priced to perfection? Do earnings have to be, stellar for this stock to go even higher? I don't know. So for now, I'm just watching it. I'm not prematurely buying CRM before earnings, hoping and praying to God it's gonna go to the moon or something. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands and watch it. If they do report good numbers, though, strong guidance, and somehow this comes down even more, that could be a very interesting opportunity. Kind of similar to CrowdStrike. We got CrowdStrike's earnings last week. They did pretty well. The stock was kind of overbought heading into earnings. Now we're getting a bit of a sell-off after pretty good earnings. This could be a buy-the-dip opportunity on CrowdStrike, and I'm kind of thinking that on CRM. If, they report good numbers, stock slips a little bit more, it's kind of a similar scenario to CrowdStrike. So CRM on Tuesday. We also have Lululemon, guys, which this stock has been struggling to break out of the mid-low 300s over the last couple of weeks, and they're set to report earnings on the 5th, which is on Thursday after the bell. And the gap that I'm looking at here on Lulu, guys, ticker symbol LULU, is between 335 to about 350. That's where we traded back in the beginning of June when we broke out of there. 335, we ran right to 350. So look, we hit 335 in the middle of November. We failed. End of November as well. We failed. So if this ultimately can break 335 on this chart, guys, we can catch that move to 350 in my opinion. But until then, guys, we're currently at 320. Maybe this thing plays from 320 to 335 until then. Then another move from 335 to 350, right? So Lululemon, they're expecting to report $2.72 earnings per share versus $1.96 from last year on revenue of $2.36 billion versus $2.20 billion from last year, up just under 7% year over year is the projection on for Lululemon here. So keep your eyes on it. My alert's set at 335. Chewy is another one for this week, guys. Ticker symbol CHWY. Chewy is on, I think, Wednesday. Let me double check. Yeah, Wednesday in the morning. And this stock has been doing very well this year, especially over the last couple of weeks. It looks like from the end of October till now, it's up from $26 to $33, or about 30%. So we are up a good chunk, but we are heading into this week selling off a little bit off the lows. We're down from 36 to about 33.50, or about a 7% drop. Not the end of the world, obviously. In fact, we're setting ourselves up with a nice healthy pullback heading into earnings, which if earnings crush it, it could be setting us up for a nice rebound, right? As we're getting a bit oversold heading into earnings. So Chewy is reporting, expected to report 23 cents of earnings per share versus 15 cents from last year on revenue of $2.86 billion versus $2.74 billion from last year, up around 4% year over year. So not much growth from Chewy or from any of these companies we're talking about today, quite frankly, but not bad. So I'm watching it in this window between $30 to $32, $33. It's going to be interesting to see what Chewy does there. And before we talk about stock number 4, make sure you guys join the email list. It's free, and I'm sending you my top 3 stocks right to your email every single Monday. So all you guys have to do is put your first name and your email address using the link in the description box, or it's pinned in the comment section as well. It's hard not to find it, right? So yeah, make sure you guys do that. It's free, and again, a bunch of value will be coming your way. So Ulta is stock number 4. Ulta is reporting earnings on, let's see, usually on Thursdays, right? Yeah, Thursday the 5th after the bell. Ulta stock has not been doing well. It's been flat all year, kind of slowly declining. Actually, now that I look at it, so we were at $420 back in June. We recently hit 330. Now we're at about 380 heading into earnings. So we're already up 20% in the last couple of trading days. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Maybe it's because Buffett. Buffett. Maybe it's probably not Buffett. What the heck am I talking about? I do know Buffett was in this stock. I don't know if he's still in this stock. The Ulta Beauty analyst is no longer bullish, blah, blah, blah. Ulta Beauty stands to reaccelerate in 2025, says UBS Michael Lasser. Okay, maybe something of that nature sparked this rally. Either way, they're reporting earnings on Thursday after the bell. EPS estimate is $4.51 versus $5.07 from last year, so that's declining, and revenue is expected to be flat at $2.49 billion this year versus $2.49 billion from last year. So not the best from Ulta, but yeah, it's not the worst either. It could be a lot worse. Flat revenue growth, flat stock. Overall, in the grand scheme of things, on the 3-year chart, we're not looking too bad. Not the best either. But, on the max chart, obviously the stock is still performing over, if we're looking at 5-10-year performance, right? But, we'll see how Ulta does this Thursday. And last but not least, guys, Dollar General. And by the way, if you guys stuck till the end, I appreciate you all. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Very important, guys. So DG Dollar General is on Thursday the 5th in the morning. They're expecting to do EPS of 94 cents versus $1.26 from last year on revenue of $10.14 billion versus $9.69 billion from last year, up 4.5% year over year. So yeah, not stellar growth by any stretch of the imagination for Dollar General or any of these companies. And this stock cratered last time they reported earnings. So guys, I'm nervous for this one. I'm not in it. I'm not in the stock, so I have no financial, I have no money tied up in this thing. But, man, it fell 40% last time they reported, 30-40%. Yeah, I mean, I know investors are clenching, their butt cheeks right now. Maybe that's a bit PG-13 for the video, but you know what I mean. You've been in that scenario, right, where your company's about to report earnings. Maybe things are a bit shaky and you're like, oh, you're clenched up. You're like, oh my God, what's going to happen here? But yeah, we'll see how they do, guys, on Thursday. And with that being said, run the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe. Get your free stocks for Moomoo. The deal's not as good as it was last month, but it's still decent. Deposit $100, you get 5 free stocks, and deposit at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 free stocks, and overall, your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, if you want some free stocks and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link down below, pinned in the comment section in the description box, or go to StockSurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.